let me share my own experience while giving you guys some tips on how to improve your speaking. I started trying to improve my speaking when I was a junior in college, and I didn't have money. Well, I don't have much money now either, but back then I really didn't have money, and I couldn't ask my parents for the money either. So I decided to improve my speaking here in Korea. And here's what I did. First, I try to express everything about me and around me in English, such as what I like, what I don't like, my job, my major, my friends, my family, literally everything. Well, of course, I felt really awkward when I first started doing it, and it was so hard. I didn't know many expressions and words and phrases. So what I did was I would write down the things that I didn't know and look them up later on. Well, the process was hard but also fun. Well, finally being able to express myself in English was a hard process, but it was also a fun process for me. And second, I used to read a lot. Well, I bet all of you guys agree that if you haven't heard of or read certain expressions, you cannot speak them either, right? So I would read a lot. I used to read Grammar News, which is a grammar book, but I didn't solve the questions. I just try to expose myself to basic sentences and structure. Plus, I would read easy audiobooks and Dear Abby column. It's an American advice column. Of course, it was hard, but I learned so many interesting words. So I actually had fun. Gaydar, adultery, cheating, office wife, jackass, jerk. Yeah, things like that. So I had fun reading the column. Last, I try to meet up with foreigners on a regular basis, at least once a week. Studying sentence structures and making your own examples, all good. Go ahead, do that on a regular basis. But if you only do that, but don't really practice that, there is going to be a big gap between what you think about your English skill and your real English skill, where you really are. So I think it's really important to make a balance between these two areas. Personally, I think you definitely should put yourself out there and practice speaking. And like I told you, I didn't have money. So taking a one-on-one lesson or even taking a group lesson was not an option for me. So, and there were not as many kinds of lessons as nowadays. So what I did was to join this website called 한lingo. Have you heard of it? I believe it's already gone. Anyways, it's a language exchange website, and you get to choose, you get to contact language partners living near your place and exchange messages. And if you guys both agree, you can totally meet in person. So I used the website and I became friends with some people. I used to meet up with them at least once a week. I would show them around Seoul and hang out with them, drink with them, help them if they need a hand. Well, here's the thing. When you guys do language exchanges, it means you also need to help them improve their Korean, right? So don't forget that. And if they want to just hang out with you, they might not correct your mistakes all the time. Well, they might think that just correcting your mistakes while you are speaking might not be, well, they might think that that's not polite thing to do, or just correcting somebody's mistakes all the time is exhausting, right? They just want to hang out. So keep in mind that they might not correct your mistakes. So if you don't have much time and want instant feedback, you should consider taking a class or one-on-one type of lesson. Well, remember, I didn't have many options back in college. So you really should choose the thing that is right for you. Because there's so many options, especially nowadays, right? So today I told you about how to improve my speaking and also some tips along the way. If you have any questions, leave your comments and I will try to answer them. Thank you always for watching. I will see you in the next video.